All right, fellas, let's talk. Ever catch yourself wondering if that cute woman across the room is having some not-so-innocent thoughts about you? Well, you're in the right place because today I'm giving you the inside scoop on 10 subtle signs she's definitely thinking about you that way. These are the small, often missed signals, looks, touches, body language that speak louder than words. Once you learn what to watch for, you'll never be left guessing again. Let's get into it. 1. The prolonged eye contact, then the quick look away. You know the drill. She locks eyes with you across the room for just a moment too long. And then, almost as if caught red-handed, she looks away. This isn't just innocent eye contact. Oh no, my friend. This is what we call a visual flirtation. It's like her brain is telling her body to look at you, but then panic sets in, and she looks away before her thoughts become too obvious. But here's something most guys don't realize. Women often communicate through their eyes before they ever say a word. That quick look away? It's not because she's not interested, it's because her mind is already racing, and she's trying to play it cool. If she glances back after that first look, even just for a second, she's not just looking your way. You've got real estate in her head now. Trust me, if her eyes are lingering even slightly longer than necessary, there's more going on beneath the surface than a casual glance. 2. Playful touching, but not too close. Here's the thing. When a woman is attracted to you, especially when she's harboring some less than innocent thoughts, her body language will give her away. What most guys miss is the self-touching signal. This is where she starts lightly touching her own neck, collarbone, or lips while talking to you. Sounds like a small detail, right? Wrong. Women often touch these sensitive areas as a form of self-soothing, or because they're subconsciously drawing attention to the parts of their body they know will catch your eye. It's a bit of a sneaky move, but it's very telling. It's almost like her body is communicating what her words can't quite say yet. Next time you see her caressing her neck or collarbone during a conversation, understand that this isn't just an innocent gesture. Her mind is wandering, and you're probably right in the middle of those thoughts. And guys, this doesn't mean you need to jump to conclusions, but it's definitely a sign she's thinking about you in ways that aren't exactly professional. 3. The sudden laughter. Ever notice how some women just seem to laugh at everything you say, even when you're not particularly funny? Yeah, buddy, that's no accident. If she's giggling at your worst jokes like you're the next big stand-up comic, she's probably feeling more than just friendly vibes. Here's what's happening. When a woman is nervous around you because she's attracted to you, her natural reaction might be to laugh, even if nothing's really funny. That laughter? It's a way to release tension. And it's a dead giveaway that her mind is more occupied with how close she is to you than with your punchlines. Think of it as her trying to break the tension, but in doing so, she's actually signaling that the tension exists in the first place. So if she's chuckling at every dad joke and corny line you drop, rest assured, her thoughts are likely racing somewhere far beyond what's on the surface. 4. Her voice changes, softer, slower. This one flies under the radar for most guys, but it's a game changer once you notice it. When a woman's thoughts about you shift into more intimate territory, her voice often changes. It becomes softer, slower, and a bit more seductive. You'll hear it in the way she says your name or leans into certain words. Think of it as the audio version of a touch. She's drawing you in with her tone, inviting you closer without ever saying a word. It's subtle, but once you start to recognize it, you'll realize just how powerful a little vocal change can be. Her voice might become breathier, more deliberate, almost like she's trying to slow down the conversation and savor every moment. So pay attention to how she speaks. If her tone shifts into that lower, softer range, it's like she's creating a more intimate space between the two of you, even if you're just talking about where to grab coffee. 5. Her body points towards you. This is one of the simplest yet most revealing signs. Body orientation. When a woman is interested in you, especially if her mind is wandering into risque territory, her entire body will shift towards you. Her feet, her hips, her shoulders, they'll all be aligned in your direction like you're the North Star. Here's the thing. Body language doesn't lie. Even if she's trying to keep her thoughts under control, her body will betray her. If she's standing with her feet angled toward you, or if she keeps turning her body in your direction during conversation, it's because her mind, and likely her fantasies, are revolving around you. This physical openness is an unconscious invitation for you to notice her. She may not say a word, but her body is already leaning into the idea of you two being closer, much closer. 6. Biting or licking her lips. We've all seen it in the movies, right? A woman bites her lip and bam, the audience knows what she's thinking. Well, art imitates life for a reason. If she's doing this while she's looking at you, it's not just because her lips are dry. Trust me, lip biting or licking is one of the most primal, unconscious signals of attraction. Her mind is working overtime and her body is leaking the truth. Biting or licking the lips is a huge subconscious flirt. It's the kind of body language that's both subtle and completely telling. So if she's doing this while making eye contact with you, well, you can connect the dots. Lip biting isn't just a casual gesture, it's linked to arousal and excitement. So when you see her bite down on her lip after she catches your eye, it's almost like her body is physically responding to whatever she's thinking about you. And believe me, those thoughts are likely not G-rated. 7. The teasing remarks. You might think she's just being playful, but pay attention to how she teases you. When a woman makes little jabs at you, especially in a flirty, lighthearted way, there's a good chance it's coming from a place of attraction. It's almost like a schoolyard crush, poking fun at the person you secretly like. Teasing is a way to build rapport while also keeping the tension light. It's her sneaky way of bringing you closer without fully giving herself away. And if her teasing is paired with a cheeky grin, her thoughts are far from PG. This kind of banter isn't just for fun, it's her way of testing the waters, seeing if you can handle her sense of humor while building a connection. Plus, it adds a bit of tension, and where there's tension, there's often desire. 8. Sudden blushing or flushed skin. Here's a sneaky one most guys overlook. Blushing is a dead giveaway of arousal or attraction. Now, we're not talking about a full-on cartoonish blush here. It might just be a slight flush in her cheeks or a little redness in her neck. Blushing is a physical reaction to her emotions, and more often than not, those emotions are tied to what's going on in her head. If her skin tone changes ever so slightly when she's talking to you, especially when the conversation veers into flirtatious or personal territory, know that her mind is racing in all the right directions. Some women might try to hide it by changing the subject or turning away, but the physical signs are hard to miss once you know what to look for. The next time you notice that light flush creeping up her face when she's around you, it's probably not because she's embarrassed. It's because you're at the forefront of her thoughts. 9. She mirrors your movements. This one is straight out of the psychology playbook. When someone mirrors your movements, it's because they're subconsciously trying to sync up with you, both emotionally and physically. If she's copying the way you're sitting, leaning in when you do, or even holding her drink the same way, she's aligning with you on a deeper level. Mirroring is a powerful form of nonverbal communication that shows she's not just attracted to you, she's trying to establish a connection. When someone mirrors your movements, they're in sync with you on a deeper, almost instinctual level. If she's aligning her posture, gestures, or even the way she holds her glass with yours, you've definitely crossed into more intimate territory. 10. The long goodbye. We've all been there. You're saying goodbye after a great conversation, but she lingers just a little too long. There's that awkward, yet charged moment where neither of you is sure how to wrap things up. If she's hanging around, hesitating to leave, it's because she doesn't want to. This long goodbye is one of the strongest signs she's not ready to say goodnight, at least not mentally. If her parting words come with a loaded smile, a lingering touch, or a playful, "see you soon," know that she's walking away with thoughts that are anything but casual. That hesitation, that slight pause, is her internal struggle not to let on just how much she's into you. If she keeps looking back over her shoulder or finds any excuse to draw out the conversation, you can bet her mind is already replaying what she wishes could happen next. Now, if those signs haven't clued you in yet, there's one more subtle cue that often goes unnoticed, but it's a dead giveaway when it happens. Ready for a little insider bonus? Let's dive into one last signal that's sure to tip the scales, just in your favor. Here's something a lot of guys miss: the double take. If you catch her glancing back at you after you've already made eye contact or after the conversation's over, it's a surefire signal she's still thinking about you, and not in a friendly way. When women double take, it's because you've sparked something deeper, and her mind is replaying that interaction on a loop. And if you found this helpful, you won't want to miss the next video: the secret messages of her clothing choices. Ever wonder why she wears a certain outfit around you? A woman's choice of clothing, whether it's revealing her neck, wrists, or even the right amount of skin, often communicates much more than you realize. These subtle decisions aren't just about fashion, they're her way of signaling attraction and readiness for attention. So make sure to subscribe to Afterschool Psychology and turn on notifications, because you definitely don't want to miss what's coming up.